Now let's hear it with the reverb. So 3, 2, 1, go. Huge thanks to my brother DJ Mess, Uriel Visits Music, and Ear Candy for sharing my last video on their story. If you want a shoutout on my next video, make sure to share this video and tag me in your story. So let's get right into it. So I made this very simple project drop for explaining the reverb automations, and it sounds like this. So it's really simple actually. It has some drums. And for the second part I have this close hi-hats, barely noticeable, and sounds like this. And this little fill. And then for the leads I just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers. 5 really, but this one is like a synth fill. They sound like this. And the fill. I have the In Your Eyes tab. You can check the video where I explain how I made that track and download the sample from here. Some chords with some glitch, as you can see, some tape stop, and 2 layers of basses, mid ones, and the sub. And finally some simple effects, just some noise. So I mean, it sounds cool, but it has some gaps between the melody, so that's what I'm gonna try to explain on this video. And I'm gonna walk you through my process of doing automation layers. I mean, reverb automations, I'm sorry. So yeah, let's get started. Let me grab a reverb. I like this one a lot, the Valhalla Room. Let's load that up. For the pre-delay, I'm gonna set that to 0 and decay to something around 5 seconds. Long decay, high cut, something here, and depth all the way up. So I've learned this trick on a RudeLies video. I'm gonna link the video in the description. It's on the musikbyLUKAS channel. So he explains how to make a cleaner sounding reverb. He basically does an automation of the mix and also the depth, so that way the reverb sounds a bit more cleaner when you open all the way up.
You'll hear it doesn't sound like very tight. If you listen really closely, you can see there's a slight release after that, but once I turn on the early late mix automation, you can hear that it already like super tight.
So let's do that. And in order to automate both of them, I'm gonna group this. And with the Ableton's macro function, not sponsored by the way, I'm gonna create an automation. Let me move this and this, open this, and link the reverb, the mix, and the depth, this. Map this. Have the mix and the depth already mapped. So now when we move this macro, they both go up and down. That's done. Now for the reverbs, you have to get creative on this part. Now let's listen to the melody and find the gaps to fill with reverb. Alright, so we could maybe open up the reverb here and let's do a ramp. It's barely noticeable, but it helps a bit. Oh, and yeah, you should put the reverb before the kick, the sidechain, sorry, so it sounds like this. You hear that? It's like a sucking effect, something like that. And maybe here a ramp also. Pretty cool, right? And you can get really creative with this. Maybe here also a reverb automation. You should also not abuse of this because it can get really messy real quick. Here's another trick. You could cut the reverb milliseconds before the next note is played. That way it sounds more tight and glued together. Yeah, just try different things and ways of automating reverb. That way it sounds like this. Yeah, something like that. And also at the end of the melody to transition into the next part. Here it's a gap, so you could fill this also. So let's do this. It also helps with the group, and that's really important. So let's copy this over to that part too. and to the end of the melody also. Could do that, and we could use the trick of cutting the reverb before, so, and that. I think it will be better this way. It really helps with the group. Let's now hear how it sounds with in the overall project. Yeah, there you go. I don't know if there's some lead that already has reverb. Sounds like that. But yeah, you can really hear the effect on the block melody. You could also EQ the reverb a bit, so you get rid of the lows and some of the highs, maybe like this. Oh, what? Never mind. Yeah, just keep it like that. Now we can move on to the next part of the melody. Let's just copy this and hear how it sounds. And we could ramp up this a bit more. Now let's copy all this up. So there you have it, and that's it for the melody. So now the drop sounds like this. This is without, and this is with. So yeah, it helps a bit filling the gaps between the melody. And you can also do this trick with the chords. Let's do that real quick. Let's copy that, put this before the sidechain, change a bit this thing. So now the chords sound like this. Oh, I think actually works really well. Just need some tweaks. Like, I'm surprised. Actually, it works really well. Let's copy this. And this is all about experimenting and trying new things. You could also like open the Rever, say like this, all the way up, and cut in between. See how this sounds. This doesn't sound good here, but let's try here, for example. Do like this, and just do a random ramp. Something like that, I don't know. Let's see if we have something. Nope. Something more like this. A sign. Let's see how that sounds. Barely noticeable, but it's there. So yeah, it's just about experimenting and trying new stuff. Let's get rid of this and copy this over. And maybe we could do this more longer. There's really no rules for doing this, all about your music taste and how the rhythm of your melody is. Don't forget to save your project. Let's copy this over again, and maybe here get rid of this. Maybe we could let like a tail of reverb here for the gap. Let's hear how that sounds. Yeah, something like that. And copy this all over. So now let's hear it without the reverb. And now the chords with the reverb. There you go. And also I want to teach you something else. You could also do this trick with Endless Smile and automating the intensity, same as the reverb. You could also choose another preset, but I like to keep it on the first preset. It's like more soft. Let's copy the automation. And the thing with Endless Smile is that it has built-in filters and stuff, so you don't have to worry about high pass and frequencies that you don't want on your mix. Let's hear it with the Endless Smile instead of the reverb we've just made. That also sounds really well. And anyways, here's how the drop sounds before the reverb. Now let's hear it with the reverb. So 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you learned something and you liked this video, you find something useful. Thank you guys so much for watching. I suggest you to check out my channel for some more videos and follow me on my Instagram. And yeah, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, that really helps me a lot. You can also check my music, I leave all the links down below. Yeah, see you guys in the next one. Nos vemos.